Hello, and thanks for picking up this video. I'm going to start something new, I think. I don't know what to call it yet. Either chair rides with Keith, or ride along with Keith, or keeping up with Keith. I don't know, something along those lines. I'm not sure yet, but in my videos quite a while back, probably about a year now, I was talking about my um, motorized chair and how well it's worked for me, and it really has. But it sort of gave up its, like all horses, they can only last so long. And that puppy was 12 years old. So it started having battery issues, and then motors were leaking oil all over the North American International Auto Show. That was quite an embarrassment, but hey, it's an anecdote to tell my grandkids. And anyways, if you see up here this clock, you'll always see that clock. It's 4:20. And so, say no more. And I've lived it under the radar and over their heads all my life, so I figure it's time to let the cat out of the bag. And speaking of which, Bailey and Eddie are having another one of their many fights. It's probably too many to. They're fun to watch, though. And anyways, I got a new chair. That's my big news. More than I'd hoped, better than anything I imagined. Just talking about it makes me cry. And to anyone that was involved with getting this chair, they deserve a great amount of thanks. And I'm talking about the people that I tried to GoFundMe. That didn't get far, but there was enough folks that helped me cover some of the items that insurance definitely wouldn't have. And the whole project was to really, the chair that I got is something you rarely see. It's 4-wheel, 4-motor. It looks like a kiddie quad with a big old seat in the middle where an engine and gas tank would be. I won't say it's indestructible, but it's exceeded my expectations by anything anyone could have imagined. I live on up in Higgins Lake, Michigan. If you ever wanted to look there, on Barrack Drive, and that drive in particular is a very steep, hilly drive. There was one year that I was leasing what was a Taurus X, but they called it up here a Freestyle, and it was such a popular vehicle that they had to actually go to North Carolina to fill the bill that I wanted. Unfortunately, down in North Carolina, they don't see much snow, and thus they didn't have the mud and snow tires that would be normally in a Michigan dealer vehicle. And we couldn't get up the hill the first time we came up here from downstate, because our real home is in St. Clair Shores. And they call it the heart of the Great Lakes, and if you look at it on the map, it does look like a heart. So it's a great thing. It's a nice, all of Michigan's a great place to live. Anyways, this hill was so steep that we could not get up it with our brand new front wheel drive Freestyle, and had to go back out on the highway, go into town to Grayling and to the dealership and swap for a pair of snow tires just to get to our house. It's Michigan for you. Anyways, this chair handles and tackles that puppy like it's nothing. It just climbs it. And I can take it over hill and dale and through the empty lots and the fallen branches, anything 4 inches or smaller. It's just right over them. I am having the time of my life with this machine. And I'm going to start a series, because I plan on going somewhere different every day that it's sunny up here and the weather cooperates and so forth. I won't drive my chair there. I'll show you Ranger Gourd. My dog wants to play because I'm doing something else. If you haven't met Eddie before, let me do this. I don't know if you see him, but say hello, Eddie. That's Eddie. He's a Chinese crested, there he is, Chinese crested Chihuahua. He's got a little farmer tan going right now. Yeah, you do. Turn sideways, see? See that farmer tan? Yeah, he had a sweatshirt on all winter. And, that's the outcome. He doesn't get sun on where the sweatshirt is. So anyways, he don't want to leave me alone. What else can I say for right now? Like I said, today was the best day so far this spring, if you want to call it. We're finally into spring here. And 1st of May, took a ride to the Firemen's Memorial where the statue is that I spoke of before. And that time I couldn't take my chair, the older one, I couldn't take that up that grassy hill that I'll show you next time. I'm going to start doing it in video, but I took a lot of still photos today. And this thing, again, it took it in stride like I was like if I was a young man, without it, it just took the whole, whatever you want to call the steepness of it and changing the topography all the way up to where the stairs end and the first tier begins, and you'll see what I'm talking about later. But anyways, like I say, I'm going to start a series of these videos on my adventures, and that's what I'm calling them. Every time I go somewhere new, it's an adventure to me and you, because I've never been in, other than this memorial site and so forth, I've never been any of these places myself, so it's new to you and me. And I want them to be informative and show a little bit about the place, and not me so much, but my new ability to get to these places and how wonderful Michigan is. Anyways, when I show you my chair, I'm open to anybody who wants to leave a message or whatever to give me a name for it, male or female. Right now, I have no name in mind at all. What I can tell you is it's Harley orange with black metal framing. It's really cool. It's these people, it's called Magic Mobility, I think, and they're in Australia. Hey mate, you can't get this stuff in the US. Otherwise, I'm all for US. But this, you see, this machine is a one of a kind, and I'm very fortunate to have been able to get this. But anyways, we'll leave it for now. Like I say, we'll give it a name one day. I'm really interested in going with some kind of a Harley theme because of its color. And I've got a friend who used to have Harley, so he's got some chromies to put on it already. So I think we're heading in that direction. So if it's masculine, whatever. I don't mind riding on, a female name. But again, oh, the other thing I wanted to, yeah, the vehicle I'm using right now, it's a 4x4 Ford Ranger with this platform that I've had for ever since I got the first chair, and I call it Ranger Gourd, and it's held up because it's Ford Ranger and it's really stuck by me. It's getting old too and rusty, and I'm trying to give it a little easier go. And then I've got another Ford Ranger. It's like a deep bluish purplish color. We call it Mrs. Gourd, and it's not running right now. And that's one of the things I'm gonna be able to do again is, you know, get out, because going back and forth to get tools or the jack, or, you know, go from, it's just, you would understand if you were in my shoes. uh, I just can't do all that without the motorized assistance. But wrenching, that's, you know, been part of my life ever since I started career. There was wrenching involved some way, form or another, and that's like I was telling my son, that's my past. I'm looking now to the future. I'm gonna shed all the nostalgic souvenirs. The old me is no more. So what I was isn't who I am and who I'm going to be. And you guys can follow along. I think well, 11 and a half minutes, I've spoken long enough. So we'll think of something and post it, and hope you can hang along with me. All right? Have a great day.